Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a glow up and pack with me for Barcelona. I'm going in 2 weeks time, just under 2 weeks time, so I'm going for the early May bank holiday, and I thought I would show you all the things I do to prep for a trip, to glow up for a trip, and then what I'm going to be packing. Because it's the early May bank holiday, I'm slightly unsure about weather right now. It is hopefully going to be hotter than it is here in the UK, but not boiling, so we'll tackle the outfits closer to the time when we come to the packing portion of the video. But to start off with, we're going to be doing the glow up. So on my agenda is hair dye, nails, eyebrows, eyelashes and fake tan. I think that's it, but we might end up adding things to it. I usually like to do my glow up stuff closer to the holiday, but I've started this video so early because I'm actually going to be dyeing my hair for this trip, and I always have a bit of the fear around dyeing my hair because I am going to be dyeing it a darker brown, and I'm always scared it's going to go wrong and go black, and I don't want black hair. So I'm doing it a bit in advance. I'm also filming this so early because I've already done my nails. I like to paint my own nails just because I'm a cheapskate, so I know that it's gonna take me, or it did take me, as it does every time, a good few hours, which means I need to have a good chunk of time to do it. So I knew realistically, as I have plans this weekend, the weekend after that is Barcelona, I had to do it last weekend. So I've done my nails already. I'll show you. They're just like a little orange tip with flowers on them. Don't look too closely because I do them myself. They're never perfect, but they're good enough and they save me a ton of money. If I were to pay someone to do my nails, then I would get it done closer to the time, but I just love to save that money, and so I had to do them 2 weeks early. Hopefully they last. Right now we're going to start by getting the hair dye in my hair. So that would explain why I'm in my pyjamas, because I don't want to wear any nice clothes. And then I've also got like the family hair dye towel slash dog towel. When we bath the dogs, we just use these kind of like messy towels. So let's get started with dyeing my hair. So I'm going to set myself up here in front of my mirror, and then this is the hair dye I'm going to be using. It's by L'Oreal. It's no ammonia. I might be able to find one that lasts a bit longer, to be fair, but I really like the colour that this one came out as last time, so I'm not going to take any risks and I'm just going to go for it again. Okay, so I've got you set up here, but my mirror is dead in front of me this way, so if you see me looking this way, that is why. I've just brushed out my hair, and then I'm going to start by clipping my towel to me. I always like to try and avoid getting hair dye on my top, even though I don't care too much if it gets hair dye on it. But I'm just going to take a claw clip and clip that together here. I also have a claw clip prepared, and then we're going to open up this box. I quite like this box because you just tear down the side. I did that so badly. And then the instructions are on the inside. I have a little bit of a croaky voice, I've been ill, so excuse that. So in the kit you get the developer cream, the colouring cream, the gloves, and then a glossing mask, which will be like the conditioner. I don't know about you guys, but I love the feeling of my hair when I use hair dye conditioner, or just like when I dye my hair in general. It feels so healthy, and I'm sure it's all a trick because it's not that great for you to dye your hair, but I love the feeling. I'm going to start at my roots. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do the back. The roots at the back. Okay, I think my roots are mostly done enough at least. So I think what I'm going to do is let that sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and put it in the rest of my hair and leave all of that for the 15, maybe 10, we'll see how I feel. Okay, we're going to go in now and apply it to the rest of my hair. So I'm going to try and split it kind of into 4, I guess, but I'll just tie up the top half with a claw clip. Ignore the fact that I have Christmas bedding on right now. it was the only clean bedding I had, so it had to be. Okay guys, the hair dye is all on. I've got it in a little claw clip. It's not going to be my cutest look, but I've just got a little wipe. I'm going to try and wipe some off my forehead. Thankfully my bangs will cover most of this if it does stain. I'm going to sit with this in for another probably 10 minutes, and then once it's washed out I'm going to dry it and style it and then come back and show you guys the finished results. Okay, it is a few hours later, the sun has come out and I have finished drying and styling my hair. I tried to do a bit of a blowout, but I'm not great at it yet, and I don't actually love when my hair's like super puffy because it is naturally very frizzy, so I just try and smooth it out. I think once the blowout actually drops a bit is when it's my favourite, because it's then just like smooth with a little bit of a bounce in it. But I'm really happy with this colour. I'll just show you it outside of the sun as well, because I think it looks different in the different lightings, but overall I'm very happy with it. Okay guys, it has been 1 week. It is the next Wednesday and I leave on Saturday this week, but basically I just thought I'd come on and update you because I have fake tanned. I'm still super pale because I only ended up leaving it on for I think like a couple hours, but I think it's a nice start. I am very pale to begin with and I get scared that I'm gonna overdo it with the fake tan, so I think this is a good starting point, and if I want to add a bit more on Friday I can, but I have a lash appointment at 10 AM on Friday and I want to do my everything shower before that because you're not supposed to get your lashes wet once you've got them done for the first 24 hours. So I thought this is kind of my last opportunity to tan before I go, but I might be able to do a top up on the body on Friday because I can avoid getting my face wet after that. But the fake tan I use is the Soul Skin Tanning Dark Mousse. All of the other brands I've tried before I always go for light, but this is the only brand I know that doesn't have a light option. I think their only options are dark or very dark, but it doesn't matter because you can just leave it on for however long you want. Usually I leave mine on for like 4 hours I think. Obviously as I said today I've done 2 hours, but I think it is a nice colour. To most people I'm sure I still look very pale, but to me I do feel like I have a nice little tan glow, and then once I put on some like bronzy makeup and stuff on my trip I will feel even more bronzy. I really like the colour of this fake tan and it is the tan that works the best with my eczema. I have eczema patches all over my body, mostly on my arms and my face. My arms ones kind of show up on a daily basis, they're a bit red, but my face ones I'm quite lucky in one respect because they do not show up that often, but I do have a lot kind of in this region around my mouth, and when I do fake tan I do think you can see them a bit more. However, it depends how long I leave it on for, and the Soul Skin tan is the one that performs the best for me. I've tried other brands in the past like Bondi Sands and St. Moritz, but they're not so good for my eczema. They really, like, any patch I have on my arm or my face will come up really orange. So I just rubbed this all in over my whole body with my tanning mitt this morning, which is why I did not film it because I was doing my whole body, but I thought I'd come and show you the results of it. This has mostly just been for like my chest, arms and face, even though I've done my whole body, because I don't plan right now on wearing any shorts. I might change my mind. I'll probably take some just in case I get there and it's warmer than I think, but right now it's looking like it's going to be 20 degrees with rain. I really hope the rain goes away, but I think I probably won't get my legs out on the trip, but we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, so it's Friday morning. I have my lash appointment at 10. It is 8:24 now, so I've got about an hour and a half to sort everything out before that. So the first thing I want to do before I hop in the shower is dye my eyebrows. I use this eyeliner eyebrow dye, and I'm basically just going to put it on my eyebrows and then wash it off in the shower. This is going to be like my before holiday everything shower, so I'm going to be exfoliating, shaving, washing my hair and then when we come back out we will get ready to go get the lashes done. So you're supposed to put Vaseline around your eyebrows to stop the dye from sticking to your skin, but I actually ran out of Vaseline, so I just have this Daisy lip balm, and I think it will hopefully work the same, just like a barrier. In this little dish you mix up the same amount of each tube, so I'm just gonna squeeze a bit of both in there. Comes with this little spoolie, so I'm just gonna mix them together with that and then apply it to my eyebrow. Something I always do when I'm dyeing my brows is just fluff the inside, so like once I've put all the product on the outside of my brow and the spoolie's kind of like dry, I then just fluff a tiny bit into that inner corner because I don't want it to be like block. Okay, so these are the results of the eyebrows. I'm now just gonna pluck them. I've just got these little tweezers and I'm gonna pluck out all the like spare hairs. Okay, eyebrows are plucked and I've also brushed out my eyelashes, and now I'm going to try and dry my hair. I just have a Shark hairdryer and then I use the round head attachment to style my bangs. I'm not going to style the rest of my hair for now because I'm probably going to straighten it later, and my hair like holds moisture like there's no tomorrow, so if I try and style it now it's just going to frizz up. It's going to take a while and it's not going to be that entertaining, so I'm just going to cut now to probably my lashes. I've just made it to my lash appointment. I'm about 5 minutes early. I always prefer to be early to these sorts of things because I get so stressed if I'm late and I'm rushing. But here are the before of the lashes. They're not too bad, there's still some hanging on, but we're just getting infills today to fill in the gaps, and so I will go in a minute and then I will show you the results. Okay, my lashes are all done. Here's the after. My eyes always sting a bit once I first open them. She gives me a fan, but that is why they're watering a little bit, but I'm very happy with them. They always just make me feel done up even when I don't have makeup on. So I'm going to drive home now and I'll see you there. Okay, I'm back. I've got my suitcase from downstairs so we can start packing soon, but I am going to do the final part of my glow up first, which is to straighten my hair. I've got these Remington straighteners that I'm going to be using, and then I bought this brown brush off Amazon, I think, which to be honest it was cheap and you can tell, but it does the job. So I think I'm going to just straighten my whole head, and then I'm going to use the round brush to just loop in some of these layers that I have, and then I also have this VO5 heat protectant spray. I think I want to watch the Cheetah Girls tonight, the Cheetah Girls 2, to get myself in the Barcelona spirit. I'm going to play some music and I'm just going to finish off the rest of my head. Okay guys, it's time to pack. I'm absolutely boiling right now. It's so hot in the UK, and unfortunately I think it will be raining in Barcelona still. The forecast is saying that we're going to get cloud on Saturday with a bit of sun and rain on Sunday. I'm really hoping the rain just goes away. I don't mind cloud, but I would really love it if it didn't rain. But the sun is so bright here today and it is hot. I've got my bits on the left for packing. You could probably see some of them already. And then I'm going to be packing in this big suitcase here. It literally looks massive right now. This is like a normal sized suitcase. But I guess because I'm sat next to it, it looks huge. I usually take this for like a week away, but I do share it a lot. So when I went to France last year, we shared one of these between two of us, and that is what we're doing again this time. There should be a lot of empty space in theory, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start by showing you the clothes I'm going to be bringing. First item is white linen trousers. I love white linen trousers, but I have already broken 2 pairs because I try and hem them myself. I cut off the excess material and then they fray. So this is my 3rd pair that I've bought, but I have once again hemmed them myself, but I have not cut them this time. So they should not fray and they should stay together. I did actually buy these in the petite size because I'm 5'1", but they were still too long for me. So I have just hemmed them and I've given them an iron. I'm a bit concerned about packing these because I think they're probably gonna end up creasing, but hopefully it won't be too bad, and hopefully the hotel will have an iron as well that I can use. I love a packing cube. Even though I don't really need my clothes to go small, I just think it's good for organisation. So I'm going to put these like in the base of my packing cube. So to pair with that, I'm going to be wearing this top. This is from Stradivarius. I really like it. It's just like a polo shirt. I've planned to wear this outfit on the day that I go to La Sagrada Familia. Because it is a cathedral, you're not allowed to show your shoulders, and you're not really supposed to wear like short shorts or skirts or anything. So that's why I've chosen this outfit with the linen trousers and the top that covers my shoulders. Next, I'm planning to go to a rooftop bar, so I want a bit of like a date night outfit. So I'm going for these grey jeans, and then like the true star of the show is this top. It's from Stradivarius again, and it's kind of got these like looser sleeves, and then the body goes tight, and then the back is like an open slit with this tie at the top. I'm only going for 2 days, so they're the only outfits I actually need. I'm going to wear an outfit there on the plane tomorrow, and I'm going to wear the same one home. So I only need those. So the next clothing items are pyjamas. I am taking this set from Victoria's Secret. It's just a little short sleeve top and shorts. I love this so much. I got it for my birthday, and I never thought I would care about expensive pyjamas, but now that I've tried these, I like can't stop wearing them. I love them so much. They're so comfy, and I can understand why people make the investment now. So those are all my clothing items, all in this packing cube. There we go, she's all compressed into this little cube. I've already packed my underwear and my socks, and then I'm going to be wearing my New Balances, and I'm just going to wear them the whole time, so I don't need to pack any extra shoes. For a little accessory, I'm going to pack this blue cap. I don't know if I'm actually going to wear it out there, but I think it's kind of cool. Next step is toiletries. I have this bag that I keep packed all year round, and there's certain things that I add to it and certain things that stay in it all the time. So in this compartment, I've got a roll-on deodorant, a spray deodorant, and a small Zara perfume, and that stays in there all the time. They're spares, and I just find it so much easier to keep them in there because they're the kind of items that you have to pack morning off, like deodorant. And the same with my toothbrush and my toothpaste on this side. They stay in there all the time. I hate that last minute packing of those items, so I just find it easier to buy spares of those. They're not super expensive, and obviously they're going to last a long time because you're only using them when you're on holiday, so I just find it so much easier to keep them in there. Then in this middle chunk there are some things that stay, but most of them I pack on the day or the day before. So I've got this little hand cream. I get very dry hands, so I just keep that in there all the time. I also keep in my micellar cleansing gel from Garnier for removing my makeup. Another option for that is these little makeup wipes, and then I also just have a pair of tweezers, and then throughout this bag I have like a few bobby pins and hairbands as well. So that's all the stuff that's in there all the time. And then when it comes to a trip, I add in my moisturizers. Then I've just got a little lip balm. This is a Daisy lip balm. I've got a few makeup brushes, like a blush, contour / bronzer, and then 2 eye makeup brushes. And then the makeup I actually take with me is concealer, eyebrow stuff, and then bronzer and blush. I do take some lip products, but I usually put them in my carry-on, so I'll show you them later. And then I do just have this like little makeup hairband to keep my hair out of the way when I'm doing my makeup. So that is my toiletries bag. I'm not taking shampoo or conditioner because I'm not planning on washing my hair whilst I'm out there. And I think I'm just going to rely on the hotel's body wash. So for a few like miscellaneous items, I am going to take my umbrella with me. This is an electric one, so when you press this button the whole thing pops up. I'm not going to do it inside, but it's just from Amazon and it's quite compact, so I'm going to put this in here in case it rains because I don't think I'm going to take a jacket with a hood. I'm also going to take this pocket blanket. My mum actually got me this for Christmas with Switzerland in mind, which I'm going to next month, so stay tuned for that vlog. And it's basically just what it says on the tin. It's a picnic blanket, that fits into a pocket. I'm not going to unravel it now because I'm scared I'm not going to easily be able to get it back in. But if the weather's nice and we do have the opportunity to sit on the beach, this will come in handy for that. Obviously, I am a pale girly, so I do need to be taking sun cream. I've got this Sultan SPF 50, and I like to just put it in like the front pocket on the inside. Same with my hairbrush, I'm just going to stuff it in the front pocket of my suitcase tomorrow morning. I'm taking this pack of antibacterial hand wipes. These are so useful to have just like if you're eating in public, or even if like you get pooed on by a bird, it's just useful to have something like this. Okay, now we're going to talk technology, and this is the stuff that I'm going to be taking in my carry-on with me. First things first is a plug adapter. Always need a plug adapter when you're going to any other country. The carry-on I'm going to be taking is this Eco Hub backpack. I got it off of Amazon and it's so good because it opens up like a suitcase, and then you can pack all your stuff in there. I actually took this to Copenhagen and this was my only bag for 4 days, so you can fit a lot in here, and it's got loads of little pockets which I find so useful. I'm going to be taking this battery pack. It's got 3 USBs in it. I've got these like fake AirPods that I'm going to take with me on the plane so I can watch some TV, and my camera bag, so the camera I'm filming on now is going to go in here. I've got this like magnetic case so I can stick it to anything like lampposts and stuff. I've got my microphone in here, the tripod. I'm also going to have the battery pack for it, the extra battery, and some charging cables for the camera in there. I don't have it on me right now, but I'm going to put my iPad in here also. I always watch something on my iPad. I think I'm going to be downloading maps for this trip. And lastly is going to be my handbag for the trip. I'm going to put it in my carry-on because I'm not going to be able to check in straight away, so I want to be able to drop off my backpack and still take a bag with me out and about. So this is going to be my bag of choice. In here I'm going to have my card and my euros. And then I've also got my sunnies for the trip. I'll probably leave these out actually because I think I'm just going to wear them on my head throughout the airport. I've got a claw clip in here. Lastly, I have my lip combo in here so I can top that up throughout the day. Oh, and I also bought this fan from Primark recently, so I'm going to take that. Just a little polka dot fan in case it does get warm. So that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed seeing all the glow up things I do and the packing that I'm doing for Barcelona. I'll be posting the actual Barcelona vlog soon, so please come back for that, and I will see you all next time.